Hi, I'm going to teach you how to make your own Google site website. This is going to be a fully functional website. This is going to be able to do all sorts of cool things, including be able to be reached by anyone as long as you set the properties right. Let's dig in. So, for this project, if you're doing this for the e-commerce site, it'll look something like this. But regardless, I'll have told you how to get to the site, the security site. That's kind of confusing. But always look at the resources. When you look at the assignment page for what I've set up, always look at the resources before you start asking me questions, because I am trying to anticipate your questions and put them up there. Matter of fact, sometimes I update this along the way as students ask me questions that I think are good questions, or by student asking me questions, I realize I did not make something clear. So I'll go back here and I'll put some information. So resources right here to create or find your Google site. Don't ask me how to find your Google site or create one, because it's right here, bro. Click on that. So I'm just going to go ahead and create a blank one. If you want to explore with these things, go for it. Explore with these other templates. If you look at template gallery, there's a whole bunch of cool stuff. Maybe there's one in there you like. I'm going to make it blank just so I can show you the most that can be done. So blank site. Here we go. First thing is you need to name it. The name of your site will be your 3 initials, or 4 initials if you have more than 4 initials, 3 initials, 4 initials. I'm not concerned. Don't come tell me how many initials you have in your name. I don't care. But we do need to organize these in such a way that we know that they're theirs, because this site is going to be hittable, reachable from within BCA. And so if you name it shopping, then you've taken the name shopping for everyone. So let's not do that. So from there, call it the name of your business and then e-commerce. So I didn't even pick a name for my business yet. I'm going to put the name of my business to be Rad Clothing and then e-commerce, like that. All right. Now it's named. Okay. So your page is going to have your site is going to have 4 pages. 4 pages. And to create pages, you go over here. Boom, page. This is your home page. The home page is going to be your greeting page, your welcome page. Okay. The next page is going to be your merch. So create a page there. I clicked on the plus right here. Merch, or merchandise, or shopping, or clothes, whatever you want to call it. Done. Merch. Okay. And you'll see up here now the navigation panel has automatically put it in here. So merch, and then that's where they're going to see your clothing and be able to choose to purchase it, and however we kind of get to purchase it here, because of course we're not going to be accepting credit cards. So the next one is going to be my inspiration, or call it what you will. Inspiration. Okay, remember, this is just going to be like if you're some sort of fancy schmancy designer, you're going to show things that inspired you. On this page won't be your clothing, it'll be other things. Hopefully no clothing at all, maybe. But you know, you already made that Google slide I said that put down your inspiration. So that kind of stuff, just kind of, if you're all your clothing are based on pickles, then you would show a bunch of cucumbers, pickles, vinegar, and sourpusses. Done. And then the final thing will be meet the designer, which is going to be you. And I guess we should be consistent. That one had exclamation points. Let's have all that have exclamation points. And there you go. There's your 4 pages. And you can see that as you click on them, they're going to, the user will get to see all those different sites. Okay. So now we go back here. Let's put the name of your business right here. And Rad Clothing is the name of my business. Okay. And if you want to put another backdrop here, you can change this image. Select. Oh, look, they have all these things. Let's see, things that are rad. Any of this thing looks rad? I don't know, man. I hope yours is better than mine, because I'm just kind of picking things. There we go. Rad Clothing. There's my background. Now you'll notice that when I did this image, I could have uploaded a picture. So you can go search for pictures and put better pictures up there. That's up to you. Okay. Rad Clothing. And in here, you're going to just kind of talk about your business, how it came to be. So let's just grab a text box. We'll go back over here and we'll grab a text box. and we'll say Rad Clothing opened its doors in 2002, whatever, to share the world of Mr. Gillette, because my clothing's all be based on me, because I'm so cool. It's all going to look like me. To share the world of Mr. Gillette via clothing. Okay, I'm not going to say a lot here. I'm not going to make a complete website. I want you all to make that, okay? But this page here is going to be in general just what they see when they go to the site. Rad Clothing. It's going to talk your clothing line. It's going to talk about not your inspiration or anything like that, but just about who you are, okay? Let's see. Let's go ahead and use one of these things here because I want you to use a bunch of these things. What do we got here? Table of contents, divider, spacer, collapsible group. There we go. And I'll show you how a collapsible group looks in a second. But for now, I'll just do this to kind of show you what it is as an example. Sample, sample, sample. Okay. There we go. And now I'm going to publish this website. Keep on publishing this website along the way. And I would even make a copy from time to time. And you would call it just your initials, you know, to backup 1, backup 2, backup 3, that kind of thing. So you click publish, and that means it's published, okay? Publish. Okay, I'm going to call it website is this. So yes, it's going to be called that. Oh, who can view my site? There we go. Manage. You can go ahead and say, click down here, public. I want you to have it be public because I want your parents to be able to go look at it. I'm not too concerned about someone finding it and doing anything because I'm not quite sure how they'd find it. It's not searchable on the web. So there we go. We click done. And then we click publish. Okay, so now the site's published. If you had the URL, the link, the web address, and you were in Uzbekistan at an internet cafe, probably on dial-up, you could find this site. It's published. It's out there. You've made a website. To view it, the easiest way is to come up here to publish, see a little drop down, go over here and say view published site. And there we go. There is my website. So here's what the collapsible thing look like. You can click on this, and here you can have topics, you know, rad clothing, and down here you could say reviews, accolades, whatever. Find a good reason to put things in here, and you could collapse and put them in there. I want you to use some of these tools. And then if you want to edit it, because this is my site, it knows it's my site, I can click on this pencil. Clearly, if someone was in Uzbekistan or even your parents, they couldn't click on edit this page because they don't have access to it. So, and this brings us right back to it. Okay, so there's that. We can also have insert an image carousel. And you'd put a bunch of images in there, maybe on this page, maybe on another page, maybe on things that expired, you could do this, but let's take a look what an image carousel looks like. I have a bunch, my images are going to be goofy, right? Because I'm just going for ones that I've used lately, so it's all my icons and things like that. Let's keep on going. Select image. Oh, let's put some G-Bot 8000s in there. Select image. Most I could have said upload. There we go. Insert. And now, if we say, and it went up there, now notice I can also drag this around. One of the easy ways to drag it around is to go over here to this little marker thing here, and I could drag this down. See? And I can say publish. This is just letting you look to see what the changes are. Currently published draft. So this is like what it was, what it's about to be. Publish. And then we can view the published page. And then click, click, click. A nice little image carousel, and you could put interesting pictures in there, things like that. This is going to be very freeform, and I'm not going to hold your hand on this one. I do hold your hand a lot because I want you to learn skills. This one is going to be much more on, I want you to make something that's kind of cool. And when I come and look at it, if I don't think it's cool, I'm going to say, hey, why don't you fix this? So I will do that. If it's an ugly side or something like that, I'm going to come to you and say, hey, you need to fix this thing. But it is going to be much up to you what you're going to do. So then we can go over here to pages, and now let's go to merch. Okay, this is, oh, we can change this here. I just clicked on it. Rad Clothing. There we go. That's the name of my company. Rad Clothing. And let's change this image, select, and we can go, we'll just have this be Google Images, search. I'm going to have clothing rack. I'll just search on clothing racks. And there we go. Let's put that right there. Right. And now we're going to start putting our merchandise. I only have one that I've created as of this video. You'll see there's a bunch of different ways to have pictures and text. This is much more structured because of websites, what they have to do. This is much more structured than what you'd see in Google Slides or something like that, where you have a lot of flexibility on how things look. For this, you're going to have to kind of follow their guidelines, kind of handcuffing you a bit. Because with great power comes great responsibility, and you're not ready for great responsibility, and you don't have the great power yet. So right now we're going to go easy peasy lemon squeezy hand holding. So which one's going to be good for shirts? This one might be. Click, click. Oh, I got 2 by accident. That's okay. Look, trash, bonk. There we go. And let's go find my shirt. Upload. Oh, no, it won't be upload. It'll be select because I've already got that image out there someplace. Where's my shirt? Where'd my shirt go? Well, I'm just going to do that. Not very fancy, right? And then I will go select image, and I will go find my hat. Let's pretend like these are nice designed hats that I did. And then I go here. Oh, look at this. So you see how this is cropped. So you might not like that crop. So if you want to not be cropped, see, I clicked on, so if I click on this, I get the whole thing. If I click on this, I get this whole thing here. If I click on this, come on, you. See, now there we go. Now I'm just in the hat. Now if I click on this button here, uncrop, it just makes sure that it's uncropped. Okay. And then we'll come back, select image. Let's go find the blank shoe. Not very exciting. There we go. And once again, I need to uncrop it. And plain shirt, I'll call that. And then here I'll say plain hat. Because at Rad Clothing, even the plain hats are very fancy. People pay big bucks because it's got my tag on it. Plain shoes. And I don't have that one yet, but that's okay. We can delete it. All right, and we can even drag these around. Blunk. Maybe make them a little more nice and centered. Blunk. Blunk. That looks a bit better, doesn't it? Well, these probably come down, maybe. No, it can't come down because this is lower than that. Okay. Now, we need a way to indicate that we can buy these things, let's say. Well, we're not making an actual e-commerce site. So let us put, let's see, can I put a button? I'm going to see if I can put a button inside this. I don't even know. We're going to try this right now. If I can't do it, I might just delete it and say, well, I couldn't do it. So let's see. I'm going to try putting a button. And the button's going to be a buy plain shirt. And, oh, the link. Okay. So we don't have e-commerce. If you want to, for one, you can just have a button that does nothing. Let's do that for this one. Oh, you need to have some sort of button. Okay. I'm going to come back to this. I'm going to come back to this later on. For now, I'm going to show you how to email when anyone puts that in there. Let's go back to here. And I already have a video on this, but, and you can go look at it, is how to send emails from within a Google site. If I copy this whole thing here, I did Control-C, but I can also go copy. And I go back to here, and I click in here, and I say paste. And I can, one hat, please. Now notice, this is I'm sending an email, and this is the body, this is what the actual content of it is. But notice, when I talk about another link, you can't put spaces in. You got to put this crazy computer code, which is %20. And then here's the subject. And this is going to be purchasing one plain shirt. Go back in, take out the spaces. You can't have spaces. It won't let you do it. Matter of fact, I can even just use copy, paste. It's got to look like this. And then the email address is your email address. You're going to be receiving their email. So I'll put in my email address, insert. Now let's see, I don't even know if this is gonna work. I wanna see if I can drag this like into that. Let's see, click and drag. That was my intuition, okay? Computers don't have intuition. You have intuition, computers don't, because they're dumb as a box of hamsters, all right? Yeah. So that's cool. And you know what I'm gonna do? I bet, let me see, can I duplicate this? Can I, hey, come back. Is there any way to copy this? Yes, so I'm gonna get rid of these actually. All that hard I'm getting rid of because you'll see in a second. Now that I've set this up, it's gonna be easier for me to go here. Stop it. Oh, for Pete's sake, undo. There we go, copy. See how it did that for me? So I can put this up here. Ooh, made it smaller. I don't want it small, but it's kind of cool, isn't it? Come on, you. Fussy, aren't these fussy? I wonder how I make it bigger. There we go. Boop. And then click on here, duplicate. It goes down there. I drag it up here. There we go. And let's give it a little more room. Click, drag over, click, drag, make this bigger. It's a little finicky. Computer programming can be very finicky, okay? So now I have that temp, kind of using it as a template, right? Well, first let's change the picture so we can talk. Undo. Change this picture. Click on the shish kebab, replace image, select, and I'm going to go get the cap. Remember to uncrop it so it doesn't look silly. Click on this, replace image. You can also upload, of course. Hey, oh, it's getting fussy. These things get so fussy. All right, here's what I recommend. If you hold down the control key and scroll your mouse wheel, you see how things get smaller and bigger? The problem is that computers aren't smart. And when that little pop-up popped up over this, the computer's like, I don't know what you're clicking on because they're just not smart. They're not. So we're going to make things so small that when I click on this and click on the shish kebab and say replace image, there's plenty of room for me. So I'll select. I'll go grab those shoes. I will say uncrop, and then I'm going to put it back to 100% so I can actually see things. And now this still says, oh my goodness gracious, undo, undo. This still says undo. Oh, is it going to keep on doing that to me? There we go. Plain hat. Edit. By plain hat. Come down here, cursor over. Remember, this is I know it's a very complicated link, but now it's almost set up for you. Go over, purchasing. Oh, what's the? Oh, purchasing one plain. I'm going to change that to hat. Capital H. Cursor, 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 cursor. Now you don't have to do this email thing. Purchasing one hat, please. Change that. Go here. Edit. Go over here. Oh, I think the first one said hat. I meant to say shirt. So let's go back and fix that. Update. Let's go back here. Edit. End. Yep, it says hat. So it said shirt. Update. Okay. I'm going to copy this whole thing. I'm going to do this next one a different way. You can accomplish the pretend like you can buy things. So for that, I'm going to have one more page. And this page, I'm going to send them there to tell them, hey, you can't buy anything yet. Come back later and you can buy things. You know, like that's the idea. Or visit our store or something like that. So I'm going to say new, and I'm going to say coming soon. Well, this will be the coming soon page. Okay, done. And let's go here, and let's go to properties. Oh, I'm going to say hide from navigation. Because you see right now coming soon's up. I'm pointing like you can see. Right here it says coming soon. I'm going to hide from navigation this one. There we go. So coming soon is, you can't navigate to it. You have to be sent to it, okay? And the coming soon page is just going to say, insert, adjust a text box. Here's another way to do text, by the way, double click, text. Isn't that neat? Please visit our store to purchase our exciting line of products. You know, publish. So now I want them, when they try to purchase something, I want them to go to this page and say, hey, you can't. Okay, so I need to get that URL though. So to get that, I'm going to go view publish site. And there we go, coming soon. I'm going to go up here and highlight this whole thing and copy. Highlighted it, copied it. Let's go back here. Nope, too far. Let's go back to this page, which is the merch page. And now down here, edit. Instead of going to link to the email, I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to right click, say paste. And now if you click on that one, it's going to just take you to a page that says, hey, you can't buy this yet. Come visit us. So here, we'll say buy fancy shirt. Let's pretend like it's a fancy shirt. And then let's see the difference between these two things. I don't like how these are lined up. I'm going to make you figure out how to get these lined up well, because I do not like that these are jiggy-jaggy. Publish. Before you check your site, you got to publish it every time. This is actually, you are now creating a program. This is the most program you've ever created. This is really more of a program than you do in code.org, because this is something that's actually like exists outside of your program in code.org only exists within code.org. This is a website that you can hit from, like I said, Uzbekistan. Don't go to Uzbekistan. It's cold, and people don't even know how to say English words. So, view publish site. And so let's go to merch. Okay, here if I click on this, see, boom, it's automatically sending an email. That's cool. I got to go back here though, but that's okay. If I click on this one, it's going to send me to coming soon. Please visit our line of products. And they'll know, like, oh, I'll have to go click back on merch to get back to this stuff. Okay. Inspiration. I think you can figure this one out now. I've already kind of showed you a bunch of stuff. This is where you pretty much just show pictures and say, oh, I get inspired. And feel free to be like really artsy-fartsy. Like, oh, I get inspired by the moods of spring. I don't know what that means, but fashion designers say these things and people eat it up. So just say stuff like, oh, yeah, I had a dream and this happened. Or one time I had too much beans and when I smelled later on, it reminded me of this shirt. Whatever. What sells stuff? I don't know. I spent like $5 on this like 25 years ago. This shirt is double most of your age. And then on Meet the Designer, you're going to have pictures of you. If you want, I recommend it, have pictures of you. So maybe have your parents send you pictures. And you'll be able to just kind of talk about this. And you meet the designer. I'm this high-fluting person. I'm really important. Make up lies about who you are. After being a pro football player and a jazz singer and a doctor, whatever. Just have fun with it. Mainly, I'm not looking for truth or sensibility. I want you to spend some time, make it nice. Mainly looking to what does your website look like, okay? So I think this is a good start.